Hey, what is happening, everybody? Patrick from hdrgb here, and I am back here to make a video talking about the new setup I have. So this is going to be maybe a 10 to 12 minute video. It's going to be a fun video where I talk about basically a monitor I had that I put into my retro gaming setup, so I could not only play games in multiple formats, but also have an easy way to stream it. So if you want to see how I do the streams, and if you want to catch those live, you can check me on www.twitch.tv/hdrgb. You can also follow me on my socials, and if you appreciate this video and the content, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel. It just motivates me to keep going and doing these things. So now, all those links are going to be in the description, but I'm going to just get right into it. Now, the first thing I'll say is I got myself here a JVC DT-V, basically multi-format monitor. This is the DT-V1710CG, I believe is the model. Now, what I will say is don't go out and just try to get yourself this monitor because you see a guy on the internet making a video about it, okay? These aren't cheap, and this isn't a video for me to boast and tell you it's the best monitor. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say that I happened to come across this one a few years ago. There was some things wrong with it. I had to change it up, fix it, and here is what I got. So if all you have access to is the CRT you have, or maybe someone on Craigslist or Kijiji is selling a cheap one for, you know, a few bucks, pick that up. Don't worry about getting this just because I have it. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. And then there's the Dreamcast steering wheel. So I'm going to point to a lot of stuff. You're going to see a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of information here. I'm going to try to make it fun and interesting. So again, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And on Thursdays, every single Thursday, check me out on twitch.tv/hdrgb. All right, let's go. Now, completely side note, since we're on the Dreamcast stuff, there are some of my VMUs I have. These are all Phantasy Star Online characters. Let's go. All right, what else do I got here? I got the Hello Kitty keyboard, so I can type to all the wonderful people online. Let's go. All right. The brains of the operation, the OSSC. Let's go. All right, so we're going with that. Oh, and if we're going to get more into Dreamcast stuff, there's my DreamPi with the voltage line inducer. Man, if I just keep running and there's a lot of questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll personally respond, and we'll get to all that. Capture card, all that stuff. So what did I do with this monitor? Well, the first thing is there was a little sticker here, removed it, bam, easy. Second thing is someone had tried to clean it and they used this anti-glare spray. So it's like a dark spray, and it was patchy. So it takes a lot of time to clean off, but he made it all blotchy, and he or she, I think it was a guy I bought it from, so let's say he. So I cleaned this for like an hour to finally get rid of all the fine details. And like, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but in the corner, there's still a little bit, but for the most part, that's all taken care of. Now, I researched online, and some people are like, just take the fucking thing off and peel that shield off, because it's like a film that protects the screen from getting scratched. But I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do that, because you can damage the monitor very, very easily. So all I did is I cleaned the shit out of this. And I got a pretty functional monitor here. Now, it's missing, this particular monitor is missing the 16:9, what is it, plate? So that's not a big deal. It's missing also a JVC logo. I don't know why someone pulled this out, or maybe it fell out. But I did buy one with just like some 3M tape on the back, so we're gonna sort that out. Now, the main reason I use this is because it does 480p progressive, which means I can hook up my Dreamcast and stream it, and it won't look like a downscaled signal to you, which is great. Because, for example, I have this PVM here, and that's a great monitor for retro consoles like Sharp Twin Famicom. But if I try to stream Dreamcast through this, it's going to downscale the 480p, and it doesn't look good when it comes out through the stream. So here I can actually just use 480p signal. And the way I do that is, let's go around and peel to the back, and then I'm going to demonstrate. Oh, by the way, hello Panasonic 3DO FC1 with the 240p mode switch. Let's get it. And then right here we got, you know, the king daddy of them all, the original CD-ROM console, the first ever, the PC Engine, core graphics with the CD-ROM in the interface unit. Oh yeah, let's go. All right, so now this is where the magic happens, the real big daddy magic. Let's get down. Now, if we look at the back of this thing, it has card slots. Empty here. This is for SDI. Don't use it. When I got this was here, that was there, but this wasn't here. It actually had a component card and didn't have like a printed piece of metal, so it looked kind of out of place, and it was desyncing. It wasn't good. So I got this RGB YPBPR input card, and it basically, as it says right there, it's compatible with like the monitors that use the original one, and you don't want to get that one. It's overpriced. You know, why pay $500 or something like that? It's dumb. Someone makes these, and actually there's a few sellers that make them. So what it is it's a direct SCART input. Oh yeah, daddy, let's get it. So this allows me to hook up any of my consoles that use SCART RGB right into it. But the problem is, unlike my PVM that has an output, there's no output here. There's just an input. So I've been searching the internet forever and ever and ever. There's your model number. To try to get a dual output card, and the only thing I was seeing was like a Hydra and then like a fucking G-SCART Lite, which I couldn't find anymore. And I'm just like, fuck that shit. So what did I find? Well, this is the magic daddy I found. I found this Shinyboy, and you can Google it, so it's upside down, but it's a Shinyboy. It's a 1-in, 4-out SCART distribution switch. Requires power. So I take from my OSSC. So here's my OSSC. Here's my my SCART switch. So I can input 3 consoles. There's 6. There's bigger ones, but this is the one I have, right? And right now I have a console on, so it's highlighted. It's an automatic one. So I input my 3 consoles, and then I output. This is normally the input, so I output this into the in of this mofo, and then that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 ability. So this isn't a switch, this is a distributor, so I can hook up 4 things to SCART. Now, right now all I need is 2. One of these are loose, I forgot which one of them's loose. But if I want to put my PVM here and have like a fucking crazy setup, I can do 1 to the OSSC, 1 to the monitor I just showed you, and 1 to the PVM that I pointed to, the Sony one. And then I have a 4th one. So ideally you would want to have all these occupied, but this is way more than I would ever need. So 1 goes to the OSSC, so that's what allows me to stream. So that's why you guys get the video. The other one goes here, the 3rd one is open, and that's basically the big magic of it. So if you're new to SCART RGB, then, you know, my channel is probably confusing to you, but I would say for everybody that's been watching me for a long time, you guys know what all this is. So if you have any questions about the setup, you can definitely feel free to ask. And then the output of this OSSC goes into my capture card. So then if I want, I can simultaneously play on this monitor. I can simultaneously play on my big TV, which is great if I just want to sit down right here, get the keyboard, get the Xbox Live insignia going. There's my light, okay, I can have a drink there, a coffee, water, Pepsi, 0 max, 0 sugar, 0 Coke, a beer, all that good gravy. And then that's what's rolling. So let's turn this thing on and see sort of how it looks. Now, the camera's gonna get all shaky because the refresh, but that's okay. So I got my Dreamcast online already. So let's just turn this TV on and let's bask in the glory of this. Now, this is a very unique setup, and I specifically got it because I have a SCART input in the back of this TV. If I didn't have a SCART input, if let's say I had a BNC connection, I would get myself something like this. This on the other end is BNC connectors, and then this is a female SCART. So I have 2 of these, one's in, one's out, and that's how I was able to stream originally, but it just wasn't good for 480p content because this is not a multi-format monitor, it's just 240p 480i. So this is what we're dealing with right here. This is what we're dealing with. So now I have all this great 480p content. So again, it's not gonna look perfect because the refresh, but yeah, essentially I'm able to play with this. And if I switch it off, you'll see it'll say component 480 60p. And then here we go, RGB 480 progressive. Let's see it again. RGB, 480p, 60 hertz. And then we can play some Phantasy Star online. And this is really where it's at. It also has sound, so if I want to turn it up. All right, so we can turn it up like that. If I want to grab my controller here, so I got my Phantasy Star Online character and I got my R7 Japanese. This is like a special edition Japanese console. And there's that classic Phantasy Star music. Now, if you guys watch the channel, you know this is one of my favorite games, and this is the streams I do on Thursdays. I'm trying to figure out a way to integrate other consoles. I've been playing Persona, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, I primarily like playing this game, but also just like showing off all the other content I have. So I was working on a backup Uni, so here's my HD PSO. So if you ever want to play, you can feel free to join our Discord, or if you just want to chat about RGB stuff, join the Discord. I'll leave the link in the description below. You can drop in, say hello. It's a cool small community, and we just like to, you know, be chill, have fun, a lot of satire, a lot of laughs. So anyways, that's it for the video. I hope I was able to show you what you can do with a SCART, dual output SCART switch, and also just how I have the monitor set up. There's many monitors that have SCART inputs, European ones, modded American ones, but if you don't have a SCART input, you can use B and C to SCART on the output, and then that will do the trick. You could also use a VGA monitor, like a CRT old school monitor. You'll just have to get a dual VGA output switch. So instead of getting the SCART output switch, you get a dual VGA. You get what I'm saying. Why would you do that? Multiple displays, streaming, whatever the case may be. Thank you for joining. Again, please give the video a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Hope you found this useful. Spread it with your friends. Let's go. See you next time. All right. Bye.